Good morning and welcome back to the shop. I'm Dylan and this is my 1971 Chevy Blazer project. Today, it's another week and we're back in the shop to continue working on repairing rust in this thing. We've got two major projects I'd like to start on today. The first is those wheel wells in the back. We've got new ones, but those mounting surfaces and the bed itself needs some work. So I want to get in there today and see what we need before I go pick up some more sheet metal for that. The second is the radiator core support and the front clip. I've got an old one off a parts truck and I've got a damaged one off this truck originally. So I'm going to take that apart and see what I can make of the two of those today and repair what needs to be repaired and then make plans to get the rest of it. All right, so first things first, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to pull some bolts and we'll look at this. I came and put some oil on these last week to get them going. Hopefully that helped. But I'm by myself today and I'm thinking these are all going to start spinning. One down. So I told my wife, we watch Pole Barn Garage. I watch Pole Barn Garage. We watch a lot of the local car YouTubers in the Midwest. And when I say we, I mean I. And my wife sometimes is nice enough to watch along with me. But just recently, she heard about Poverty Tour. Pole Barn Garage's tour, Poverty Tour. She's super into it. I don't know what got her into it. But I think she's convinced that we need to go on Poverty Tour 2026. So we're like looking for cars. Obviously, I don't think this will be ready, but we're looking at cars, and I think I've got her sold on a 94 to 96 Buick Roadmaster for the family accommodation, of course. I mean, we've got 3 kids we've got to fit in there. So we're looking, if anyone has one, if anyone knows of one, that would be good. It's a trip, it's a long trip, so it's got to be decent. But that'd be the perfect car for a family road trip, right? And man, these are coming off. And if you don't know, if you're watching this, you know. But this is what wrenching's about. It's about turning bolts, especially when they come out. It's about seeing what's under there. It's about fixing stuff. You know, and I was thinking about car projects, and really, this is just a giant cleaning project. We got to take everything apart, clean every single piece, then put it back. This is not pretty. These are captive carriage bolts in the top, but they're kind of breaking loose, and then they're just coming, rounding off their carriage bolt holes. So, I'm by myself, but I got channel locks. I'm gonna go put on some stuff up there. Hopefully that'll work. First ones are out. That's not doing anything anyway. That's not even doing anything. So I just gotta get these ones on this side. Oh, it's on there. This is gonna take a while on every single one of these, but that's what it's about. I don't know about that. I'm on the other side now trying to get that off, and I finally got smart. I think I'm going to tack the top of these carriage bolts onto that wheel well. Okay, maybe finally got smart. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but maybe this will help a little bit. All right, these are one-time use only. Let's see if we even get that much out of them. They're going. They're moving. I think it's done. Let me get some hammer, some persuasion. There we go. I just welded it down. I'm gonna pull these off. What? Look at that. The trick is always wiggle it. If you just try and go for it, bad stuff happens. If you do the wiggle, sometimes good things happen. The rest of these, they're about to get ground off and replaced with self-tappers. Let's see what we got. This doesn't look horrible. We've got an old patch right there. Here's just our problem. The rails are solid under this. They run across under here, one here. There's some support there, and then up there. That's what we're riding on. But then we have this piece, which is just this edge, and we've lost that. You can just tell where the overlap was, stuff just got in there and sat. I'm really curious. There's gasket material on this. Actually, I don't think it's gasket so much as some sort of sealant. Same with this top edge, it had something on there. If anyone knows, watching this, what would be best to put in a place like that, let me know. As well as overlapping panels. If I'm gonna make a patch panel and I wanna have a overlapping seam, what should I put in that seam before I put it together? This hole, if anyone's noticed that hole, that outer fender is the one all bondoed up. So they punched this hole so they could knock that fender back out. And you can tell it's just goobered up inside of there. I've also have these plates right here. These are back of the Blazer rear seat mounts. Let me get this all cleaned up and then I'll show you guys once more before we move on. All right, well, after about 2 hours of wire brushing and grinding with the mask on, I got a lot of that cleaned up, and it looks, for about the first time ever, it looks better than I thought it would look, which is, it's so rare. I was worried that the lip down under here would be completely gone. And as you can see, I mean, it's pretty dang solid all the way around. The actual lip itself. Then there's that step up flat piece on top that's rotted out in a couple spots. Well, more than a couple. But let's get up in there and I'll show you. Here's those two open wells. The corners are where it got the worst of it. We've got these corners here, a little bit up in here. I mean, this is all pretty solid though, and I think I can just really patch those up and it's gonna be real nice. Back here in the corner is about the worst of it. Corners again, but this is all on that solid support beam. So patching that up is gonna come together real nice, and just little stuff like that. Same thing over here. This lip turned out pretty good all the way on the top. Corners are bad, but there's a lot of solid metal around it. Somehow this lip is here too, so I might work with that and try to weld something up nice. It's just not worth buying a whole new bed when I'm just gonna cut little patches out of it anyway. So I think I'll do best just by patching up what we've got here. I'm gonna put carpet in here and it's gonna look excellent, especially when you can't see any of this. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. It also took a lot longer than I thought to get through that grinding. So I think I'm gonna call it here. But one more thing before I go, I wanna put on a new wheel well or just slap one up there and see what it looks like. So here's one of those new wells. Do a little sneak peek. There's the sneak peek. It lines up perfectly. The bolt holes look good. I'm excited to fix that up and get that slap back on there. One thing I really need help for on this project is figuring out what to treat this metal with. I've experimented with a bunch of different things, from Rust-Oleum in a can, OSPO, rust converters, just Rust-Oleum spray paint, etching primers, things like that. There's all kinds of stuff, but I'm really not sure like what's gonna work best on untreated metal. And there's a lot of metal like this where it's really solid. I can go wire brush that piece off, but there's still gonna be some rust on that surface. I really want a single stage application at that point that I can just spray up under there. Something that's gonna soak into what rust is there and prevent it from continuing and protect it. So that's sort of my next step. The whole underside of this bed that's here in place, the whole underside of this body is kind of in the same boat. It's really solid in a lot of places. I just need to wire brush it off and put something on there. Okay, so that took me a lot longer than I thought. So I do think I'm gonna stop there today. I'm not gonna be able to get over and work on this front clip, but that's coming up in future videos. I've got much better fenders than the ones that are on here over there that were actually from the truck. I just need to get this thing pieced back together more and more, and soon enough, we're gonna be there. I appreciate all the feedback I've gotten so far. Like and subscribe if you're interested in this content. Help me reach some more people. The community is why I'm part of this, so I'd love to hear any of your thoughts, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Thank you. Goodbye.